And a very good Wednesday to everybody. Today, of course, the 30th of December, 2020. Thanks so much for clicking play and checking out the weather with me today. My name is Jewel, and this is J7409 Weather. Before we get going, if you are into the weather and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click subscribe, click that bell, and check off all to ensure you get all my latest weather videos to help you know what may be coming your way so you can be prepared for it. Now, this is the forecast map for today that you're looking at. What's going on? Well, what happened yesterday? I told you guys a lot of snow was going to happen, and in Omaha, Nebraska, they got around 6 to 7 inches of snow. Hiawatha, Iowa, they got a foot of snow in that area. And it's going to continue, but what's really going to happen? Very dangerous ice is coming to many places. I know everybody's got New Year's plans, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Those times are going to be very treacherous, folks, so pay attention. In headlines, we do have a slight risk of excessive rainfall over parts of the southern plains into the parts of the lower Mississippi Valley. Rain, freezing rain, that's all going to lead to ice accumulations from the southern central plains to middle Mississippi Valley tomorrow, and heavy snow for the Cascades in the northern Intermountain region. Hazardous weather watches and warnings are posted in the community post. Please, at the bottom of this video, click show more, scroll down, and you can see if you are in those areas. Now, we have a heavy front that is extending from the Great Lakes to the southern plains. As you can see, it's going to move eastward to the northeast coast and extend southwestward to the western Gulf Coast by tomorrow. Rain and snow will move out of the Midwest in the meantime. Rain and embedded thunderstorms develop over parts of the southern plains and rain into the middle Mississippi Valley. Snow will develop over western Texas, and there's a slight risk of excessive rainfall over parts of the southern plains into parts of the lower Mississippi Valley today, right on through tomorrow morning, continuing into New Year's Day. Heavy rain associated with the storm, that's going to help produce scattered areas of flash flooding over the area, with urban areas, roads, and small streams having the greatest possibility for flash flooding. And we have isolated significant areas of flash flooding, and we will check out severe weather for those areas also. Now today, you can see, the white snow right in these areas here. Freezing rain possible all the way up into Michigan, as you can see, and over in parts of Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, a little bit of Maine, as you can see. When we look at tomorrow's forecast, check it out. Tomorrow, we have a wave of low pressure over the western Gulf Coast. It's going to move northeastward, developing into a storm over the southern plains, lower Mississippi Valley on New Year's Day. Now, it's looking like the system will produce rain over the western Gulf Coast. And as you can see, right in this area, we have this low pulling in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and when it hits the cold backside of this front moving through, it's going to turn to ice. That's where the freezing line is going to be, so please pay attention to this. Also, it's looking like that overnight, Thursday into New Year's Day, the possibility exists for ice developing over this region, and it's going to develop over the parts of the lower Mississippi Valley Thursday evening, tomorrow evening, and move into parts of the Tennessee Valley, central Gulf Coast by New Year's Day. And in addition to all that, the rain's going to move into parts of the southeast and southern mid-Atlantic also on New Year's Day. As we move over to the first day of 2021, this is what it's looking like. Look at this freezing rain, folks. My goodness gracious. This is going to be treacherous weather, folks. it's just, please be careful. That's all I can say. We got this front that's moving into the Pacific Northwest. It's going to move inland to the northern Intermountain region to the central California area and dissipate by tomorrow. Now, the system will produce coastal rains with higher elevation snow over the northwest, expanding into parts of northern California and the northern Intermountain region by this evening. Now, the snow will move into parts of the Great Basin by tomorrow and wind down overnight. They're going to wind on down and Thursday over the Pacific Northwest and the northern Intermountain region and the Great Lake basins. It should come down a little. Rain, though, will continue over the coastal Northwest on New Year's Day. Snowfall amounts may reach anywhere from 12 to 18 inches over the Cascades and the northern Intermountain Range. We do have that chance of maybe some severe isolated thunderstorms popping up today. As you can see, they're going to be limited. The severe possible storms will affect portions of the Texas coastal plains and the hill country for the most part. That's where the greatest chance is. And when these storms occur, they should occur this afternoon into the overnight hours. Still got a chance with this system coming in off the west coast of some thunder shower activities happening with it, so be aware of that. But the greatest chance, once again, is down in coastal Texas. And is there a chance of tornado? Yes, but it's very low. It's at 2%. Chance of high wind is at 5% in the very same areas, and also a small 5% chance of possibly some hail. So in the coastal Texas areas down in here, please be aware you could have some severe weather popping up coming later this afternoon, going right on through tonight. And as we close it out here, we're going to look at the radar coming up. This is for today. As you can see, the date, here are the time stamps for the different zones. I have it set for 10 a.m. Eastern over here. This is today, mostly rain. The cold air hadn't got across yet, as you can see. This is mostly rain now in these areas here. As we move on up, though, it's going to change. It's going to change. By 4 p.m. this afternoon, we could have some of that freezing rain down in parts of Pennsylvania and New York. By 7 o'clock tonight, we got a little snow that's going to spread over, and this line is going to start to form. This is 10 p.m. this evening. Now, by 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, all of this is going to change as we move on through. I'm going to click on through right quick. You can see where this freezing rain is going to start. This is around 10 a.m. Eastern time. When you come over in Texas, this is going to be around 9 a.m. Central time. In these areas, you're going to start to get the colder air, and the freezing rain is going to start. Now, by the time, you can see how it's growing. This is what's going to be so dangerous, folks. By around 9 a.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night. Look how this is growing over in portions of Texas and Oklahoma, where that's a little bit of purple there. You may not be able to see it, but that's just plain sleet. But this red is all freezing rain, and this is what it's looking like by 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Now, at 1 a.m., the first day of January, this is very treacherous as it's moving into Missouri, Kansas, still in parts of western Oklahoma and Texas. 4 a.m. New Year's Day, 7 a.m. New Year's Day, moving on up to northern Missouri, parts of Iowa, parts of Illinois, parts of Indiana, moving right on across to lower Ohio. 10 a.m. in the morning. See how it's spreading, folks? I just can't push this enough that this is going to be freezing rain. You guys need to just be safe and stay in if you don't have to go out. I can't go any higher than 1 p.m. New Year's Day afternoon Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central. You see where it's at. In Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin, and Iowa. Also, northern Indiana, southern Michigan, northern Ohio, also in parts of northern and northeastern Illinois, and a little bit of Western Virginia and a little of West Virginia, and this is up and down the Appalachian Trail. So, folks, that's what it's looking like for today, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Please stay safe, my friends, and be prepared for whatever may come your way. It's going to be a lot of wind with some of these systems as they move through. Be sure if you lose power, you have a way to get some back. And stay safe and warm. Thanks for everything you do for me. I love you and thank you from the bottom of my heart. May each of you have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day, and much peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching.